世界由我保护 It's not your world 不管来自何处 Not your world 别侵犯我的领土宇宙
Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is Meyer Friedman, and this is my review of One Night in Taipei. Sometimes, even being a well-educated person, I find it a challenge to discharge my responsibilities as a wordsmith. But in the case of One Night in Taipei, I am lucky enough to have a chance to be instead a Word Johnson. Those of you who understand the euphemistic nature of that particular name will therefore be very aware of why I invoke it when I say, fuck this movie. I had very low expectations going in to watch this film. One Night in Taipei is, after all, directed by Wilson Chin, the slop merchant who directed all three Lan Kwai-Fong movies, the execrable black comedy, and the inane summer love. So I knew I was not likely to be pleasantly surprised. But so what? I watch movies, so you don't have to. And if that makes me some kind of cinematic martyr, One Night in Taipei makes Wilson Chin the directorial equivalent of Jihadi John. No more than 5 seconds after this movie started, I turned to my friend. I do have friends. I turned to him and said, this movie already sucks, because it did. It's confoundingly bad. On some weird level, this movie is sincerely fascinating because I want to try to understand who would like this movie or who could relate to these characters. They're all idiots. And stick figures have more detail than these people. And let's not even talk about the story. I wish I was joking when I say that the three romances in the film are instigated, respectively, by roofies, racism, and extortion. The homophobia is just an extra treat. But some of these characters have real depth. Two women have an argument and they decide to settle it on the pole. Most of the actresses, and I use that term very loosely, spent all their plastic surgery allowances on their chest. In case of a water landing, this actress can be used as a flotation device. They're all poster children for plastic surgery excess, and yet most of them have faces for radio. Look, when feminine hygiene jokes are the comedic high point of your movie, you've got a problem. Now, there are a few very brief flashes of funniness in One Night in Taipei, but they're snuffed out by an avalanche of shit, both figurative and literal. One Night in Taipei is inept, clumsy, rhythmless, and breathtakingly awful. A lot of this movie is just painfully unfunny. Here's just one example.
想啊，他是台北夜店最有名的老妖怪，传说中他70多岁。
This movie stinks, but I want you to watch this movie because you need to see just how stupefyingly horrid it is. I mean, I know it entertains people when I shit on movies, and I honestly tried to have an open mind when I watched this film. I tried to be charitable, but Mother Teresa couldn't be charitable to this movie. So why the fuck should I? One Night in Taipei is easily the frontrunner for worst film of the year, and yet somehow I want you to see it, if only because I want you to know just how bad it is, so that you understand I'm not just putting this on to be funny. I'm actually irritated. I was furious when I watched this movie, and I think you will be too. And you're going to be furious at me because I'm going to tell you that in order to watch the movie, you should spend money on it. Go to the cinema, go on Tuesdays, they're cheaper. Or wait until it's like 3 for $100 on DVD, which will probably be in about 3 weeks. Don't spend a lot of money on this movie, but don't steal it either. It's not fair. If you enjoyed this review, please leave me a comment. If you didn't enjoy the review, please leave me a comment. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe, because that way you'll get to see all the new videos as soon as I release them. Thank you very much for watching. They look like second place in a hatchet fight.